So welcome to Wednesday night, all about somatic healing. Tonight we are going to somatic means working with the body's natural intelligence. These are great inspiration or little animals because they move somatically, working with the body's natural intelligence. So not using here, it's based on the idea that the intelligence is from the neck down. We're working with courage this month, of course, and courage means open-hearted. And we're adding in hips for this evening, which actually fits quite well. Heart and hips goes really quite nicely. And right in the middle, we've got the solar plexus. Below, so if you think of the three energy centers from the torso, you've got the hips, sacral chakra. That's related to our emotions, our creativity, our kind of feminine, sensual body. That's got to be clear for the next one to open up. Angelo, the solar plexus, and then this one's got to be clear for the next one to open up. So we're going to kind of work up the body, and then we'll end up with like nice openness here. So let's start with the hands a little lower down tonight. Then let's start with the hands. So I'm going to work with this cat here. This one's called Yoni Mudra. The thumbs are together at the navel, fingers just facing down towards the floor. Hopefully you haven't got a little cat nibbling your thumb as you do that, because it kind of, I'm not sure that's good for releasing the energy channels, Angelo. But let's start with the hands there. Just take a moment just to roll the shoulders back as well and get a bit wriggly. So we're going to start deep down the, really where everything came from, down in our womb, that area down there, where everything's birthed from. Just thinking of children, but it's birthing of new ideas. Sometimes we need that little bit of inspiration to give us then the motivation and the courage. So think about how that works. Maybe you can feel, as you breathe now, the breath coming from a bit deeper down in the hips. Breathing into the hands. Just feeling everything begin from there tonight. You can feel a warmth in the hands. Now taking the hands and taking to the back of the body. The hands may just be either side of the sacrum. So if you feel that flat bone just above, before the crease of your bottom starts, just the hands either side, just at the base of the kidneys. So heels, the hands maybe at the kidneys and the fingers facing down. Just breathing into the hands. So the kidneys here, the center of our energy and vitality. Just noticing the sensations, temperature maybe of the hands, the pressure of the hands, and feeling the skin, the flesh, even the bones just rise to meet the hands. As we nourish this area all around the sacrum and the hips, awareness lower down in the body. And bringing the hands to the front of the body again, just the base of the rib cage here, so the lower part of the lungs, just underneath your boobs. And breathing into the hands, and as you breathe in, you'll feel the hands just spread apart to allow space for the lungs to inflate, for the rib cage to expand into the hands. Feel that breath a little stronger, but still soft. And then finally bringing the hands onto the heart, one at a time. And breathing into the hands, maybe you can sense the heartbeat underneath you, underneath the hands. And the lungs either side, like wings opening up. Not just at the front of the body, but the back of the body. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling from your heart space now, how your breath is. That will tell you a little bit about how you're feeling tonight. And just tuning in to see if the body's got any whispers for you. And then dropping the hands down onto the knees. And let's start to circle. Nice little soft Sufi whirls. Oh, I've got a sleeping pussycat in my lap now. I'll just put you to sleep, Angela. How's this going to go? You're not so small now. So moving around, and as you move tonight with these Sufi grinds, have your focused awareness around about where the hips are. Just try and feel that freedom of movement of the spine, sort of, when you think of the hammock of the pelvis, the spine sort of moving around in it, just trying to imagine everything all fluid there. It's all fluid, so just taking awareness there. Let the hips move, and then with the hips moving, just let everything else relax. Let the belly relax, sides of the body, the shoulders relax. Just all kind of slinky and slidey tonight, if that makes sense. Soft and fluidy. Let the shoulders get involved and just letting the head kind of roll around, just like, I think, like jelly on a plate kind of thing. Everything soft. Slowing it right down now. Coming to a stop and just changing over the cross of the legs. Cross the legs, Angela. Starting off with the lower body. Feeling the spine move around. Maybe you can feel, just by feeling that circle of the spine round in the hammock, like the whole of the spine's kind of unwinding, just everything spirally unwinding tonight. And then the belly relax. Allow that to go all kind of blancmange-y. I'm not sure blancmange is a word. You know what I mean. Cage gets involved, the shoulders, neck. Oh. Everything just spirally, slidey, wobbly, juicy, and delicious. Okay, kind of a stop now. Just taking a moment just to let everything settle from there. And extend out the right leg in front. With the left leg, we're going to bring the in front, just taking hold of the foot and the knee, if that's available to you, or just the knee, and keep that hip socket all nice and oiled up. So not about how far the leg's going necessarily, just thinking now with your awareness, your attention on, there's this socket there, the hip socket, and then there's the ball of the femur, and you're just rolling the top of the thigh around in that socket, getting it all juicy and oiled up. Maybe bringing the leg slightly across the body and take the head in the other direction. So it's that slightly spiral action. Ooh. Now with this leg, without using the hands if you can, so just take the hands out. I'm going to take this left leg, and we're going to bring it out to the side. We're going to try and land it down. Just see where it lands. Now what you might need is some kind of cushion underneath your seat, underneath the knee, or underneath the other leg. Just see what you might need there. And then we're going to try our little circles around here. Now, these circles might not be very big. It might be just more of a kind of undulation and a move around, depending on how your body is. Personally, I find this one, it's not the easiest, let's say. And I don't think for a lot of people it is. So just go to where it feels nice, but do seek out that kind of new sensation. Just having a play around what's going on. Maybe just starting to extend the hands a little further forwards, keeping this soft approach to it. You just like waving, rolling the shoulders. And then releasing the head, just wherever it wants to release. Let's just take a few breaths here, if you're releasing breaths. Taking a full inhale, slightly lift up and just feel the lungs fill. That's going to create the movement. That slight lift. As you exhale, it's open mouth and soften. It's an inhale. The inhale guides that movement, maybe lifting up, and the exhale is a soften. Inhale, open and expand, and exhale. Soften the heart down. Just arriving in stillness, just let the breath flow. Just here for a few more breaths. These moves that's maybe don't feel like you're in that natural state, because not really what our modern body's used to. It's good to, we talked about this morning, shift in perspective, but to just switch things up a bit, do it a little different. Okay, walking the hands back. We're going to take this right foot and we're going to bring it around. So we're in this mermaid pose. Nice little mermaid. So we're going to get a little release of here. We're going to think of opening up the hips, the front of the body, opening the heart, lengthening that channel right down into the hips. So taking the arms out to the side, we're going to spiral around, take the right hand behind, the left hand sweeps around. And we're just going to reach up, just have a yawn here. So maybe it's a drop down and a reach up. Maybe you reach it over towards the right. Maybe you're reaching a little further back. Where does your body want to go? Maybe the arms are spiraling, doing different stuff. And then it feels nice to hold somewhere. Push away with the right hand to create that big lift, but just this reaching, extending into space. Not strain, but just extension, expansion, going that little further. Ooh. And then gently dropping down. Okay, with this left arm, we're going to spiral it round towards the right. And so it comes to the hands are kind of, you imagine we're in press up position to the side, but the legs are doing something a little awkward. And then we're just going to press down and then press up. So the elbow just flail a little bit out to the side. And as you roll up, the head comes up last. So as you inhale, the chest is open as you go down. As you exhale, push the shoulder blades onto the back. Inhale, pressing down. The arms can be anywhere you like. A little wider than shoulder width apart. Elbows just going out to the side. And then we've got a little loosen. If you need to, with this left leg, you can extend it out a little bit more. What we're going to do is slide the hands away from you, down towards the right. You may come onto the forearms. You may even drop down the head down towards the floor. Just come to a position that feels comfy, that's maybe got, but that's also a little unusual, like new sensation. Three big breaths. Inhale. Full breath. Exhale. Open the mouth and release. Inhale, full breath. It might slightly lift you up. The breath and exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, slowly walking the hands back up. We're going to roll this back hip round. So we're just going to start, keep this spiral going. So this left arm's going to come around, and then you lift off the right hip. We're going to come into more of a sort of traditional pigeon. So that right knee is underneath you. The left leg extends back. You lift off the knee. And just take a moment with that knee lifted, the hands underneath the shoulders, and push the heel away. So just get that movement going. So you push the heel away, and then that left hip is going to start to soften down. Keep the chest quite open for now. And when it feels right, feels somewhere nice, just drop that knee down. Stay lifted for a moment. Just check you're in the right position by taking the arms out to the side. Can you balance? And if you can, then come down onto the forearms. Settle down. Maybe what's quite nice to do from here, because it can be quite a long way down for the forehead, especially with that knee in the way. So you can either make two fists stacked and drop the forehead down, or even come onto the elbows and just rest the chin in the hands. Three big breaths. Okay, from here, we're going to drop your right hip down towards the back. So we start to come onto the side, facing this way again. Going to slide the right hand down on the floor. The left foot starts to drag in. So we're almost curling up into a ball on the side. And from here, you're going to roll onto the back. Oh, does it feel nice to lie on the back? Hugging the knees in. I'm going to extend out that left leg down on the floor now. The right knee, just a soft, light touch on the knee. With the left hand, just take the right hand out to the side. Make sure the shoulder blade's nice and flat. We're just going to open out that, right knee towards the front and then bring it back in. So the knee closest to me. Open it out and then ping it back up to the upright. Open it out and ping it back up to the upright. With the left arm, the back arm, the elbow down, you can make a cactus arm. So the fingertips facing up towards the ceiling. Nice open chest here. I'm going to change arms, so taking your back arm, taking it onto the knee, taking the front arm, so your right arm, making a cactus arm, and then pinging the knee across the body, pinging it back. We're just guiding it across, and then letting it ping back. Good. Notice you just start to go a little further. It's just like elastic core, what you do with dough. I'm not forcing it, just kind of leading it out. Now this time, taking both arms out to the side, opening that right knee out towards the front, rolling all the way onto the side, slightly bending that left leg, using the left hand just to bring yourself up to the upright and coming back to sit with cross legs. Oh, let's just take a moment here. Feel free to have a wriggle and a fidget. Just tuning in. The sides will be very different right now. So let's do the other side. Da, 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 da. We are taking the right leg. The right leg. Da, 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 da. Extending out the left leg. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all the danger when I kind of go with the flow a little bit too much. What did I just do on that side? I've got that intention of what I want to achieve in the body. And sometimes things just pop into my head. Yeah, this is right. This is it. Circling that leg around in the socket. It'll come again once we start. We know what's coming. We know, don't we, Angela? You'll be absolutely no loose there, are you? But you're not climbing the curtains. So stirring that leg around in its socket. Maybe taking it across and taking the head in the other way. So we've got that lovely spiral going on. Also, what's nice is you get this, don't you feel? One of the things I love about yoga is you get this lovely massage of the organs as well. Okay, I'm bringing the leg in front. Freeing off the arms if you can to do this. Taking the leg around behind. Popping a cushion wherever you might need it. You might find that one side's different to the other. Like we're all like that. And we're not all perfectly symmetrical. I'm certainly not. So, just circling around. And you might have those moments where you go, ooh, oh yeah. As long as you can smile, that's okay. Seek out the sensation and where you may feel restricted in movement. It may be a circle, it may be a bit of a wave or an undulation. It will definitely feel stiff to start with, but it might ease off a little bit. And let's work with the breath. So As you inhale, feel this expansion that'll lift you up. The exhale, it's a soften. Inhale as an expansion. Exhale, soften. Expand and exhale. Soften, and maybe it feels nice, just hang the head, hold somewhere and breathe. We all might feel this in different places. Wherever you feel it, just breathe into it, allow it to soften. And gently just walking the hands back and bringing the left leg in and just finding maybe a more comfortable mermaid. Taking the arms out, let's spiral around. Left hand comes behind. Just like taking a big yawn. Think of opening up the front of the body, across, down, all directions. Oh, that should feel nice. Maybe you get to the side body, play around with where the arm reaches up into. Just trying to fill as much space as you can. Yeah, I'm just thinking that that's kind of what yoga's about. You're finding space in the body so it can blend into your environment. So it's about joining sometimes you and your physical body, that the consciousness around you, or simply nature. And it feels nice to hold somewhere, reach and open, big yawn, so you can just extend and reach a little further without strain. And then softening down. Ooh. So turning the hands now round towards the left. Press up position. Soft hands, not too grippy, not too spread out. And then we're going to inhale. We soften down, the chest is open, the head's lifted. As you exhale, you roll up. Inhale, you press down. And you exhale, you roll up. Allow the breath to initiate the movement. A couple more of these. It might feel nice now. Just extend that back leg out a little bit. Not so it's completely straight, just a little bit more comfortable. So you can start to either slide or walk the hands over to the left and either come down onto the forearms or just let the head rest on the floor. And as always, feel free to fidget, make it more available. Got the belly down onto the thigh, you can breathe into that pressure on the belly as you breathe, expanding it onto the thigh. Big expansive breath on the inhale. The exhale is open the mouth and it's a big release. It's a carefully, just walking the hands back up. And then just rolling this back hip around so we come to more of a kind of pigeon shape. Where this underneath leg is, if you're taking care of the knee, have the foot straight back underneath you. Even take some padding anywhere you need it. Take it slightly across, maybe that left heel is around about the right hip. And that back foot, we're going to tuck the toe under, going to come up onto the hands, and just going to press away a few times. So it's like chewing the gum. This one, so pushing the heel back, you'll feel that right hip soften down. Chest quite open to start with. It feels about the right time for you. You can drop the back knee down, untuck the toe, take out your wings. Just check you're in the right position, you can balance, and then coming down. Let's just melt the heart down towards the floor. So with the hands, you can be on the elbows with the chin. In the hands, you can make 2 fists, have the forehead down. Ooh. Big breath out. More of these. Inhale for expansive breath. Exhale and releasing, releasing, releasing. Okay, slowly walking the hands back up. So you're just on the hands here. We're going to drop down onto that back hip, to the left hip. Start to come onto the side, start to bend that right knee. Slide the left hand down on the floor. Ooh, and we come around to roll onto the back. Taking hold of the left knee this time, the right arm goes out to the side, just a nice cactus arm. Get yourself nice and comfy. And just guiding that left knee towards me, open, and then let it ping back in. Just guiding it open. Nothing too harsh. And you know, we used to think, and I'm sure I was doing it for me, I was doing yoga for years and probably not really getting those, I guess, the benefits of release, or it's very slow progress. And that's because we're maybe going too far and to feel the stretch and go, how far can I go, and holding the pose and holding it there. What happens is the nervous system kicks in, especially if it's sensitive, will stop you going very far. So what I want to do instead is be soft and gentle. We can still extend and go further, but the body will soften, and there's where we get that release. And let's change over the hands. So left arm out to the side, cactus arm, right hand just on the knee, just pin it over the body now. Get it back. I don't know if you can bring that into, like, feel it happening, that, you know, if we were just to bring the knee across once, hold it there, strain, it's not going to have the same benefits as just allowing the body to be gently guided. Just kneading the dough first, I guess. Okay, after this one, allowing the knee to open towards the front, starting to roll onto that side, bending your right knee, so you're almost curled up in a ball, pushing down into the hands. Coming back to sit in a cross-leg position. That's comfortable, or any other position. Just closing the eyes and tuning in. We might even go back to some kind of Sufi world type thing. Oh, no, I know what we need from here. Just got it. Legs crossed. Right leg in front. Let's just walk the hands forward. Oh, there we go. Breathing into the hips. Just softening there and enjoying. Upper body just collapsing down. Feel the back of the heart open up, where your wings come from. So allow the breath in to come from, if you think of where the heart chakra is, the heart center, the front of the chest we usually breathe from. Imagine that on the back of the body now. Where that is, and breathe into there. You might be able to breathe into all those sticky bits between the shoulder blades. Breathe in, expand. Breathe out and soften. Breathe in, expand. That heart center and back body. So your wings open up. Exhale and release. Slowly, slowly walking the hands back up. Or change over the cross of the legs. You're missing out, hands low. It feels nice. Walking the hands forward. It's one of these like old favorites. This one. No matter how far you go, it's just about getting that sensation in the hips, which I'm going to guess might be there. Breathing into the back of the heart space. Breathing out and softening. Breathing in. Into those spaces that feel sticky. And breathing out and softening in. One more with a giant breath, maybe even with a sound. Ah. Okay. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Walking the hands back. Up. Taking the legs out in front and just giving them a good old shake. Let's take hold of the back of the legs. Let's do some rocking and rolling. So make sure you've got space behind you. Whee! Rock back, rock up. Rock back, rock up. And maybe you've got a cushion beside you. You want to take down to the floor as well. Just have it nearby for now. We're just going to plant the feet for the moment. Take the arms up above the head to the floor. If you want to have something behind the back of the head, the armpits open. Feel that channel going from between the legs all the way up the front of the body. Feel it all an open channel. You've probably got lower backs, that curve, that gap between the lower back and the floor. The chest open and expansive here. And we're going to exaggerate that as we breathe in. So we're going to exaggerate that arch back. So You press the sacrum down into the floor, feel the chest open up, the sacrum maybe even drags up towards the shoulders. There's our inhale. Now as you exhale, glide the tailbone down towards the heels. You're going to start to feel the pelvis tilt up. The spine is now flat against the earth. The belly, the navel presses down into the spine. Now press down into the feet to lift up the hips, the arms, the floor, behind the head. And we're just going to do a little bit of movement with this. As you inhale, push down into the feet, the hips lift. And as you exhale, push down into the feet, lift up the hips. Exhale up. One. And this last one, pressing down into the feet, lift off the hips. Let's just stay there. Try and feel the effort combined with the ease. Look at that channel open between legs, going up the front of the body, even through the crown of the head to the fingers. And to lower down, I'm going to tighten at the belly. The hips stay lifted to start with. See if you can press the mid back down on the floor, connecting one vertebrae at a time. Down onto the mat, and then just relaxing. And watch that natural curve come back as you take the arms out to the side now. Make any adjustments you need to with the shoulders or any other parts of the body you need to. Okay, and slowly bring one knee up at a time. Take the legs in the air, just give a shake out. Ah. Good work for the hammies there. Bring the feet back down to the floor. I'm going to drop the feet a little, take the feet a little wider, and just drop the knees down to the left. Now, so it doesn't really matter where the legs are for now, but what you're going to do with the right foot is take it so the foot is flat. And then you're going to push the foot down into the floor and just watch that right hip lift up and away from you. So the knee guides away from you, and then take the right arm up on a diagonal. So the right fingertips are reaching in the opposite direction to the right knee. Do you feel that all down the right side of the body? That slight lift. Just breathe there, seek out the sensation. Doesn't look like much, but you can really play around with it to feel something really different, really nice with this one. Okay, and to come out of that, just relax. I'm going to bring the right knee in towards the chest, but slightly roll onto the left-hand side and bring the right arm over and just hug the knee into the chest there. Just lightly, just to release it out. And then taking hold of the back of that right leg, maybe start to just extend that leg out. If your hamstrings are feeling a little tight, and have the leg feeling a little tight, just bend and straighten the leg a little bit. You may be able to connect the left hand to the right foot, but don't strain to get there. And then you could use the right hand to just massage the outside of the right buttock. Give it a little slap. Oh, gently coming out that by bending the right knee, rolling back onto the back. Oh, and then landing that foot down. So we're back in constructive rest. Arms out to the side, make any adjustments you need to, just straighten yourself up. Just take a moment with the eyes closed and tune in to the right side compared to the left side. Just with that kind of 2 moves really, 1 move, 2 moves. This is the difference between the sides. Of course, we're there to do the other side. We're going to drop the knees down to the right now. Just let them drop and get comfy first. And then make sure the left foot's flat. So that will lift the knee up slightly. So the left foot's going to be flat against the floor. You can play around with where that foot is, no exact place. And then you're going to push the other way with that foot. And that's going to start to lift the left hip up. The knee is kind of heading towards the bottom of the mat. And then take the left arm and reach it in the other direction. You feel the armpit open, lovely stretching across the heart. And that whole channel, hips, solar plexus, heart space, everything opening up on this side body, which is often neglected. We think of like that straight line of the chakras, but see the side, it's everywhere. Whole kind of body volume. Around, just pushing that foot down into the earth, see how it lifts the hip, reaching away with the fingertips on the left side. And then just softening to come out of that. I'm going to start to roll slightly onto the right side, bringing that left knee in, giving it a hug. The left arm comes over the top, hugging the knee in towards the chest. Maybe taking hold of the back of the leg and extending that leg out. Might feel nice to bend and straighten a few times. Maybe the hand attaches to the toe, and if it's comfortable, available. You can support the leg with the right hand, just wherever it feels nice to hold. So you can take the left hand and just give the bar a bit of a massage. Right, enter the piriformis, which is right here. Sort of cheeky bit, the cheeky bit. Okay. And slowly just start to release the leg, rolling onto the back. I'm going to take our either a rolled up cushion, rolled up blanket, whatever you've got. Thanks, Angelo. You've got mine. Something positive, thankfully. You're going to place it underneath the sacrum just to sort of lift yourself up slightly. And then what we're going to do is just take the legs up in the air. So we're thinking of, imagine all the stuff that's maybe been immobilized out of the hips here, the kind of toxins. We're now just going to be like trained out the legs, be taken care of by the earth. Of the arms, you can have them out to the side, above the head, you can have the hands on the belly. I'm going to take 3 minutes here. And so you think about it, 3 minutes, we don't want 3 minutes of strain. 3 minutes of just sort of draining of this lactic acid and lymph out the legs. To breathe deep down into the belly. And just enjoy this. It might be a little longer than we're here than usual. So just observe if, probably when the mind wanders, just Catch yourself with the mind wandering, and then just go, oh, good, I've caught myself. And breathe. It's when the mind wanders and you don't notice it's wandered. It's mindlessness. When you've noticed that the mind's wandered, you're being mindful. Play around where the legs are as well. Maybe you want to come in closer to the chest. Maybe you play around flexing the feet. And ask your body what it wants from this tonight. Just one more minute. Got time later on. Not bedtime. Put your legs up the water maybe for 15 minutes. Reading a book, listening to podcasts, whatever. Just breathing, meditating. Help you sleep, help you cool down. And slowly bend the knees. Bring the feet down to the floor. Lift off the hips. And lower the hips down onto the floor, just get in a comfortable position. So tonight, I don't often do it in the evening, but it will be quite beneficial tonight. We're going to do our Wim Hof breathing and just do it differently with a chance to just calm ourselves down afterwards. So, breathing from the belly. If you prefer to do it sitting up, you can, or just lay down. You can even extend out the legs. So we're going to do 30 breaths. So you could do it from my stomach, how about you? 30 breaths, then we'll go for a minute and a half hold. Prefer rather than the really vigorous breaths, just to do count maybe 10 breaths. You can do that too. So count it down from 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Breathing in, breathing out. 10 more. The last one, breathe out and just be. Just hold. Just let the heart keep beating. It'll be slowing down. Just let the body rest. Just let it be, no strain. Just watch the magic unfold. What sensations do you notice? Can you name them? Can you go around the body and watch the different sensations, what's happening? Can you relax the body a little bit more on the mat now? Can you just drop in and just be? You're over halfway there. Can you just be for this? Can you just watch it? Just observing what's going on, letting the body work its magic. Maybe there. Just being, all the cells regenerating, all the magic happening. Good stuff happening. And taking a deep breath in. Hold for 15 seconds. And slowly breathing out. Maybe you want to take a swallow or a sigh. Closing the eyes, but not already. And if your body feels compelled to move from here, then please feel free, or just lie and be as you are. Knowing that all the magic's taking place right now. Just be. Just watch this strong yet soft, intelligent, wise, magical body of yours. Watch it heal itself. What can you notice? Much of what's going on we may not even be able to understand. Does it feel good? Does it feel right? Does the body say yes? And so if you're feeling good, take the tip of the thumb, tip of the forefinger together on each hand and just press gently. Just sealing in, hopefully, this good energy that you're feeling. It can be as simple as that. We just know that it's good energy. And just start to feel your body against the earth. Just starting to massage it, maybe feeling the lower back first, the kidneys, maybe bringing the feet so they're flat. Maybe the knees want to come into the chest, or maybe they just want a windscreen wiper each way for a moment. You want to roll onto one side. And start to make your way up to seated. Just gently finding your seat, moving in the body in whatever way it feels nice. And gently bringing the hands together, just rub the palms as fast as you can. And placing the palms over the eyes. Feel the heat from the palms. Preparing yourself just for opening the eyes. Start to take the hands away and blink the eyes open. Bringing the hands down to your heart. And from my heart to your heart. Namaste. Namaste. Funny thing happened there. I was lying on the back doing the Wim Hof thing. Angelo came just before I started doing the breathing, and he fell asleep right on my chest while I was doing the Wim Hof breathing, like talking through it. Really crazy. And then he did not want to move, and he's not really moved since, have you? I had to sit up with him on me. So, that's the recording. I hope you guys feel nice this